It's from the Genius Act, which just passed the Senate by a vote of 68 to 30 last week. And it takes the opposite position to the board's policy statement on issuing stablecoins on an open, public, distributed ledger.
And then finally, one last use case that I'm really excited about, like why we launched RLUSD, is this whole world of collateral. And with our acquisition of Hidden Road last year cleared over $3 trillion.
I think it's very different assets right now. So Bitcoin really proved itself as a store of value, and Bitcoin will always have its importance. However, stablecoins are more of a product that could really replace the legacy financial stack that we're having, right?
The Trump cycle, 2017, we've been talking about this. Trump came in, the markets reacted, same fear about tariffs, same thing, the dollar went up, everything else, and the same thing happened this time around.
They try to shake me out, but I was born ready. Dropping down the price, then I be getting plenty. They want all your bags, and they want all them empty.
What's up, good glitches? Welcome back to some more Moon O'Clock News. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra bullishness. Shout out to Lady Sub. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in. Don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on that likey button. We got XRP on the move, currently right around $2.33. We're going to be taking a look at is the Trump 2017 cycle repeating. XRP surged almost 30,000, and I got it at around 70,000% during the 2017-2018 run. We got one from Cointelegraph to pop things off latest. Franklin Templeton has tokenized 800 million in assets across multiple blockchains. We got the U.S. Senate Banking Committee following the historic Senate passage of the Genius Act. Senator Lummis questions Chair Powell on the Fed's plan to modernize its position on the stablecoin policy.
So now, Chairman Powell, I want to show you another statement, and I'm sorry if you can't see it clearly, I'll read it to you. It's from the Genius Act, which just passed the Senate by a vote of 68 to 30 last week. And it takes the opposite position to the board's policy statement on issuing stablecoins on an open, public, distributed ledger. So my question is, what has changed about the risk of stablecoins since the board adopted its policy in 2023? And now that the Congress has weighed in, at least the Senate has weighed in and sent the Genius Act to the House, does the board plan to withdraw the policy statement on Section 913?
So I think what has changed is, if you go back, that's a couple of years ago, that was the period of high-profile failures and fraud and that kind of thing. And what's happened is, I think, the industry is maturing, our understanding of it is improving, and in a sense, it's becoming much more mainstream. So all of us are revisiting, the things that were done during that era, and I think the current view is that, that it's appropriate it's always been appropriate for banks to choose their customers and to be able to undertake activities as long as they're safe and sound.
Utilizing a distributed ledger, aka XRP, for the books and records of the entity and to effect intra-bank transfers. XRP, anybody? We got all-in crypto, Ripple, Sprag, Island House, Ripple, stablecoin, RLUSD will be accepted as collateral for all services at Hidden Road. RLUSD is the first stablecoin enabling efficient, large-scale cross-margin trading. This was all planned. X marks the spot. Spark Dex, that's the beauty of Flare rewards coming at you from so many different directions. Delegation rewards, Flare drops, and sweet LP yields. All you have to do is stake and let the farming begin. Head to Spark Dex and start earning now. Anyone just hopping on board with Flare networks will quickly learn that there are many ways to obtain additional Flare tokens, including Flare drops, FTSO, delegation rewards, and more.
Anyone who is just hopping on board with Flare will quickly learn that there are many ways to obtain additional FLR tokens, including Flare drops, FTSO delegation rewards, and more. Some of these methods involve wrapping, delegating, and claiming, which we'll cover in under 3 minutes. FLR holders can participate in both Flare drops and FTSO delegation simultaneously. However, both require the wrapped version of FLR. This process converts the native token into a smart version, allowing for greater functionality. If you've only just received FLR, especially on an exchange, it's likely not yet wrapped. The method of wrapping may differ slightly depending on which wallet you use, such as the Bifrost wallet, MetaMask, or a hardware wallet like a Ledger device. Today, we'll use MetaMask. If your FLR is on an exchange, first move it to your non-custodial wallet, in this instance, MetaMask. To find instructions on setting up whichever wallet you're using, visit the user guides on the Flare blog. After funding your wallet with your FLR tokens, we can move to the Flare portal at portal.flare.network. Flare Portal allows the use of MetaMask or any wallet supported by Wallet Connect as well as Coinbase Connect and is the hub for the most common Flare actions.
Check out the full video over at Flare Networks. Got Crypto Eddie sent to Sumasoba on X, twice confirmed. First Brandon, Fiona, a 3 trillion setup for Ripple, RLUSD. Come on, XRP Ledger.
And then finally, one last use case that I'm really excited about, like why we launched RLUSD, is this whole world of collateral. And with our acquisition of Hidden Road last year cleared over $3 trillion. They're going to be using RLUSD for collateral in lending. And this is another game-changing step forward for the industry. So we're really excited about what's to come.
Digital asset investor trumped the 2017 cycle repeating. XRP surged almost 30,000% during the 2017-2018 cycle. You can double that. Nearly 65,000% gains. Lock in.
Okay, the Trump cycle. 2017, we've been talking about this. Trump came in, the markets reacted, same fear about tariffs, same thing, the dollar went up, everything else, and the same thing happened this time around. I mean, people are people. And what happened is the dollar ripped in the back end of 2016. It ripped in the back end of 2024. The dollar ripping is a tightening of financial conditions that play through markets and the economy 3 months later, which is why we had the correction in the first quarter. We showed you all of this as part of the M2 thing. Anyway, we said it at the time. We've been tracking this before the dollar topped out and said, he's going to go for a weak dollar. They said they want a weak dollar, and fuck me, the dollar's been weak. It's been an extraordinary weakness. Now, this is not some structural, ever-ending weakness. That'll come at some point when we change the rules of the game. Right now, cyclical weakness being pushed by Trump and Bessent, and it will continue to do so. And that is an amazing tailwind for markets and risk.
Taking a look at the USDT dominance. As this falls, crypto rises. And as the USDT dominance rises, crypto falls. Be on the lookout for the end of the cycle, fall of 2025. We got Clearpool. Tokenization really has the capability of replacing the current finance stack with a new finance stack that is blockchain and that is totally superior.
Could stablecoin reduce the dominance or importance of Bitcoin?
I think it's very different assets right now. Mm-hmm. So Bitcoin really proved itself as a store of value, and Bitcoin will always have its importance. However, stablecoins are more of a product that could really replace the legacy financial stack that we're having, right? Mm-hmm. So obviously the key feature of a stablecoin is that you can transfer, for example, from Hong Kong to Italy, where I'm from, within 1 second. And you could even transfer from one currency, let's say US dollar to euro, and it all happens within one transaction, right? This is in contrast to obviously, the experience that you have from the SWIFT network, where you transfer funds to Italy in this particular example, and it's probably going to take 3 to 5 days if you're lucky that it actually arrives. And on the FX they charge you an arm and a leg currently, right? So this is the first, this is the first application. The first application is payments, but the even more powerful application is that once you have everything running on the same infrastructure, right? You could move in and out of different currencies, but you can also move in and out of different assets like stocks and bonds within one transaction, settling immediately. So the big vision that I think a lot of big tech, but governments and also financial institutions are waking up to is that this infrastructure that was created on the blockchain, like those stablecoin rails, which is effectively just the blockchain, might replace the current legacy stack that we have. Yeah.
So what happens to the legacy players? I mean, credit card companies?
Yes.
They're in trouble.
I wouldn't say they're fully in trouble. Actually, a lot of them are embracing this new change. You saw, for example, PayPal and Stripe. They have done major acquisitions in the past couple of months into stablecoin infrastructure. But yes, you're right. Currently, if you are making a credit card transaction, there's 4 or 5 different intermediaries, each of them taking a cut. While once everything is on the stablecoin rails, this would actually make those players obsolete. Now, some of them are going to adapt, and some of them are probably going to be replaced.
XRP, leveling the playing field, all the money, all the value. Welcome to the internet 3.0. We got mustache altcoins. Altcoins repeat to 2015, 2018 in a much larger time frame. All you need is patience. Keep stacking. Lark Davis, XRP has been coiling up inside the massive triangle for months now, and a confirmed upside breakout could result in a violent repricing for XRP with the price targeted around $4.40. Taking a look at XRP here, since we hit this top at around $3.40 back in mid-January. We had one tap here, another tap here, almost a tap here, double tap here, another tap here. Is XRP breaking out? Crypto's TA XRP weekly close outside the resistance, now battling with the 21 MA. Dark Defender, we're steps ahead. XRP had the clear breakout, rolled to all-time highs, and price discovery. XRP broke the weekly resistance for the first time since January with the last weekly candle close. Rode to 360. We can see a back test towards 215 levels, but this won't change the trend. And with that being said, Batman Bag Ladies have a backup plan to the backup plan. Buy a second passport with crypto, 0% tax on crypto, legal, fast, the best options for crypto holders in 2025. Check out @Volt Web3 for the full list for your golden passports. And the longer they take, the higher we keep climbing on that XRP. Rich list, top 10% holder, 2,486 XRP. Top 1% holder, 50,637 XRP. In the top 0.1% holder, 369,000 XRP. Where will those bags be when that regulation jar molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price is finally revealed? We'll catch you up here on the mothership. I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander, BYOB. Bring your own bags, be your own bank, be your own boss. And don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on that likey button. We'll see you at the tippy top. Later, glitches.
Later, glitches.
Staring out my window, I got the formula, stack them bags up and simple, and wait until we explode. I'll meet you at the disco, we just getting started like an intro. 589 the numbers, please, please call out bingo. We the new heroes,